Alt season is here and it's just starting. Now, if you want to understand which altcoins are going to outperform the rest of the market, you got to watch CoinTalk, because I'm going to deliver you 3 of the ones I think are the most important. I'm going to break down everything and explain why they are about to explode, and they're going to do extremely well throughout this alt season. So there's no time to waste. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3, go. Here we are, friends. First alt is MOMO. MOMO is looking amazing, amazingly strong. Good liquidity now. Market cap still in the 20s and 30s, just oscillating there. So bullish. It is just there sitting at support, getting bid by huge whales, okay? Because as I said previously, this coin, unlike many other coins, honestly, all the other meme coins, isn't supply controlled, isn't a bundle. It's pure, it's organic, it's a real coin. And when you see the price get hammered, that's just poor people who got rich selling their bags. People who put 400, taking 20K profits, etc., etc., and so on. And the thing is, coins like these that are actually pure and organic and beautiful, they piss off the rats. They don't like us. They don't like our beautiful energy. They don't like our positivity. They don't like the fact that we are righteous and we are actually good and we're doing the hard thing. The hard thing in crypto is actually launching something fairly and try and make it succeed. That's the hardest thing. That's the thing that takes the most work, okay? It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier if you supply control, say, a meme coin, and you just, you go the evil route. It's a lot easier. And Momo doesn't do that. And that pisses off people. And so my guess to why the 𝗘𝗫𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 team didn't put us in their pathetic 89 soul or whatever buybacks is because we're not their friends. We're not giving them supply. But frankly, I have no supply to give them anyways. And so it's kind of funny because they said they were going to put the top 11 tokens on 𝗏𝗏𝗏. We're bigger than literally like half the coins here, and we didn't get in. Why? Because we're not part of the special little rat group, okay? Look, I'm done being nice to these fucks, the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 guys, okay? I'm done. We do not need them at all. If they want to support us, then it's cool. But I'm not going to be a little bitch like a lot of these other projects. I'm not going to give them supply. I have no payments to make them. A lot of these are scams, bundled scams by KOLs, etc. And if you think about what we did with something pure, the fact that it went to 50 million market cap almost, it's bigger than what a lot of these other coins on Bunk that are even higher did, because it's a lot harder to push something organic. It's a lot harder. So the truth is, whales are watching, they're bidding, and we don't need their support at all. It's meaningless. It's only like 89 sol either way. But the thing is, we are helping the Bunk team. If you go look on total creator rewards, we're getting good rewards. We're generating fees to them. We're helping build their launchpad. We're giving them revenue. And what do? They spit on our face and they disrespect us. And the price literally doesn't care. Remains amazingly strong. People are still buying the bottom. Like, support is very, very strong. So we couldn't have a more bullish signal. We have a very, very strong team. We have a very, very strong community, and we have ourselves, which is the only thing we need. Now, I think they might be thinking that we are botted or something because we were trending on X. This is what happens when you have a real community that's not botted, that's actually real. And when you have a coin where people are actually passionate about it, they form and gather a cult, a community, and they go and they show their bags. They work for their bags. And I think the Bonk team are looking at it and they're thinking these are probably all bots. But no, these are people who've made a lot of money, and so they're defending and working for their bags. And that's the power of Momo. And many of these other Bonk coins don't have this because they haven't reached 0 per people, because they're all bundled fucking scams. Anyways, prepare to hold, prepare to rise. I would much rather go down with this ship and be righteous and be truthful and do the hard thing, which is doing what's not evil, doing the thing that's actually good and save my soul, because at the end, we're all gonna get judged by our evil actions. And I'm not perfect. Like, I have the devil whispering right here. Look, I know very well what I could do with a bundled fucking scam. I know very well what I could do, but that's not how my mom raised me. So let's stick together. Let's keep working for what's right, for what's truthful, and we're gonna flip all of them. Now, another cool thing, just like Shiba Inu, we have a Momo manifesto, the Momo manifesto, which is gonna come out today. Of course, the dev gave us early access to it. I've read the entire thing. It's awesome, and you guys gotta read the Momo manifesto. It's inspiring, it's cool, and in here you understand everything about Momo, what Momo is, and why we're gonna succeed. Then let's get on to the other meme coin, which I think is very important. It's Troll. The only thing that was keeping down Troll was the fact that it was on Pump Fund, and right now the entire meta is Bonk. But very good KOLs, people like Free, I don't know if you know him, but he's a very good guy. He decided to start pushing it and now went to 45 million market cap and put a new all-time high. So take a look. Look, the coins that I mentioned on this show, they all have potential. The reason why I mentioned them, even though I hold 0 Troll, the reason why I mention is because I want you guys to make money. I want my community to be rich. Look what happened, new all-time highs. I think it's gonna go higher. I think Troll is a great meme. It's a real meme. It's one of the very few coins that is actually based off a real meme. The liquidity is good. I think the people that were holding down the supply are all out, and we got great KOLs and great people that were behind some of the biggest memes a few months ago, stuff like Popcat, Whiff, etc. And a lot of these Whiff whales, I think, are grabbing Troll now. So I think Troll is gonna succeed. It's gonna do well despite being on Pump.Fun. Now let's get on to my darling, my favorite altcoin, Pulse Chain. I love my Pulse Chain community. I love my Pulse Chain. Look, I told you guys this was the bottom. bottom right here, 170, literally Pico bottom. That's when I told you it was at 170 when I did the video. And Pulse Chain right now is up like 90%. So already one of the best performing altcoins. Alt season is just starting. And so what are we gonna get on this alt season? We're gonna get dog coins running, stuff like MOMO. Dog coins always outperform the rest of the market. So MOMO is like a very, very risky bet. If it succeeds like it has, it's gonna be thousands and thousands of X. Then we have memes like Troll, which can also do very, very well. But then we have actual technology. We have something that's also pure and good. If you study Richard Hart, if you study his SEC case, for example here, the SEC told everyone which commissioners voted to sue whom. And if you see the entire votes, all the other crypto stuff didn't get approved by all the commission. The only ticker, the only project, the only coin that got approved by every goddamn commission, Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX. When I told people years ago, Richard Hart is one of the righteous, one of the best people in this industry, one of the most honest people in this industry, people laughed at me. They don't understand it because their tiny brains can't comprehend facts. Why? Because he was wearing Gucci or something. Like, people are this stupid, they're this dumb. He was wearing Gucci and they can't see throughout, you know, the marketing apparatus. But the truth is, this is the most approved SEC coin ever. The regulator loves Pulse Chain. They must love it because they all approved it. Did they approve all of them the Coinbase one? Nope. A lot of people there didn't approve it. A lot of people didn't approve it. Did they approve Consensus? Not approved by everyone either. Even CZ, and so on and so on. So Richard Hart is doing everything right. And I can tell you, man, I think the fact that it got SEC approved, whales are scooping it. I think this is the bottom. It's not going to go lower. That's what I think. The fact that there's containers with over 200,000 free electronic devices, which are going to be donated. And my estimates is there's probably going to be some Pulse Chain inside those free electronic devices. Those 200,000 addresses are probably very likely going to be like the richest addresses in the United States. And so, you know, let's just say out of those 200,000, 1,000 decide to buy Pulse. What do you think happens to the price? These are probably very, very high upper middle class. What I think can happen is the price is going to explode. It's going to do like what Hex did probably. But I'm incredibly bullish on Pulse Chain. You can still get upwards of a 10x almost until all-time highs. I think when it comes to like very, 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 very easy 10x's, this is one of them. But I think it's going to do even better and it's going to go further than just a 10x. But Pulse Chain looks great. Richard Hart won against the SEC. He's doing his outbound marketing. Don't fade. He's the best marketer in this entire space. Do not fade Richard Hart. Told you guys to scoop the bottom. It's already up. When the green candles come, when this marketing hits, I think people are going to be surprised at what Pulse Chain is going to do. Also, there's $1 billion of Ethereum that's going to be liquidated. Ethereum shorts at $4,000. So I think Ethereum is still going to keep moving up. And the institutional demand for BTC is still incredibly higher than the daily mining supply. So institutional demand is still outpacing any negative metrics. By the way, you should go on Caprioli Investments, not sponsored at all. They have some of the best charts. This chart's very interesting. It's like an energy value oscillator, and it's a good way to measure, for example, tops or when BTC price is overextended. Then we have the PulseX chart. PulseX chart looks more bullish than the Pulse Chain chart. Pulse Chain chart looks a little bit more bottomed. I still think Pulse Chain is going to outperform PulseX because layer ones are usually like the best performing technology trades in crypto. The average, if you exclude Bitcoin, is 2,000-fold from the bottom. That's the average performance of a layer one trade in crypto. Now, PulseX is slightly tilted upward, I think, because of the buybacks. It's still further away from the sacrifice price. I think it's a 3x away from it. So here's what I think. In the beginning, PulseX is going to outperform Pulse Chain. The initial green candles, the initial pump. But then over the long term, I think Pulse Chain outperforms PulseX simply because the layer one trade is a more proven trade over the market. And I think retail always tends to like layer one trades more than, for example, a DEX. I think they're going to do very close in terms of X's because they're bonded in their liquidity, but I still think Pulse Chain is going to outperform. So I'm not 50-50 Pulse Chain PulseX, but I have a little bit more pulse and I want to add more to my Pulse Chain. There's other projects like PTGC in Pulse Chain that are very interesting. There's also Hex, which is outperforming. I have 0 Hex. I don't intend on holding any Hex this cycle, but the next one, maybe I will. But the entire Richard Hart ecosystem is green and the things coming are extremely bullish. So these are the things I'm bullish right now, okay? MOMO, which I think is doing great. Troll, which I think is probably going to be like the best performing pumped out fund meme coin going forward. And then we have Pulse Chain, PulseX, and the Richard Hart ecosystem. If you think, look, what's the biggest community in crypto? Of course, BTC. What are the biggest altcoin communities in crypto? You have XRP, you have Cardano. Pulse Chain is up there with Cardano and XRP. If you look at the value of the token, if you look at the value of the community, the work the community puts versus what it's priced at right now on the market, it's underpriced. It's actually underpriced. And if we actually have an alt season that's in any way, shape, or form similar to what we had in the previous cycle, I don't think any altcoin is going to outperform Pulse Chain. I think Pulse Chain is going to outperform everything. We have literally one of the smartest founders, literally the best marketer in crypto, and he's incredibly smart. Undervalued community. Look, when the green candles come, I'm just going to say, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Anyways, this was the show. These are the things that I'm interested in right now. Tomorrow, I'm going to bring more alpha and more updates. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys. Bye-bye.